So we are very happy to have you join us tonight for our first event on the 10,000 Fields Net, the 10,000 Fields Interpreters Network. And we'd like to thank Brother Mustafa from Lachi Productions, who is the mastermind behind this network. And I'm very excited to be a part of it. And so for tonight's subject, we're going to be talking about what does do for self mean to you? Because I was explaining a little bit before that some people hear that expression and they think it means do for self, like just do for them. And it's important for us to realize that doing for self is really doing for all of us as a community and as part of the network. And so would you like to elaborate a little bit on that? Like what does do for self mean to you?
Yeah, we actually was just talking about this on our study group because depending on your level or where you at in life, do for self means certain things, well, it'll mean different things. Like some people may think do for self means, I have to grow my own food. I have to be the one who starts the hospital. I have to be the one who, did I say grow your food and start the school? You think that you have to be the one who does all of that, but do for self, I say do for self, but not by yourself. And when I say do for self, it just means that I'm doing for self to help me become a God. Doing for self in my mindset, I don't have to worry about somebody else to do for me what I have the power to do for myself. So when I hear do for self, that means put yourself in a position to where you can be free to do what the God wants you to do. And also in the book Message to the Black Man, he says get 6 to 8 like-minded individuals and come together and do something for yourself. He didn't say that you personally have to go out and do all these different aspects that we need as a people. You do for yourself and you find out your skill, you find out your purpose, and you link that with other brothers and sisters, and then you guys get together to do something for ourselves as a whole. So that's what I think. That's what do for self means for me.
That's awesome. I like that you said do for yourself, but not by yourself. Because
Right.
again, emphasis on being part of the community. And as for those of us who are in the Nation of Islam, we know that we're building a nation. It's nation building time. And so the emphasis on do for self, but not by yourself. And so do for self, for those who don't know, this is something that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us. He has taught us that it's time for us to do for ourselves because we know that the world is not going to look out for us. We know that there's an enemy and there are those who are just really just looking out for themselves and for the likes of their own. And we are the only ones, as Black people who don't look out for each other. Anywhere that you go, you see a Chinatown, there's always a Jewish community, there's every other community, and stores in our community that sell our products, but we're not selling them to each other, right? So the messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he wants us to really understand, okay, we need to get together as a people so that we can be able to build for ourselves and especially for our children.